Look back at the footage from 2018, a fairy tale wedding bathed in the golden sunlight of Windsor, where millions believed they were witnessing a brilliant new chapter in the British monarchy. A confident Hollywood actress strides forward, hand in hand with the empire's charming prince. But look closer. Behind Meghan Markle's radiant smile and Harry's adoring gaze, the first cracks had already begun to form. What we were shown was nothing more than a meticulously staged performance, polished down to the smallest detail. 6 years later, the velvet curtain has been pulled back. The dazzling glow of that day has turned to ashes, ashes of accusations and betrayal. Confidential reports from Montecito reveal a harsh reality. The sandcastle Meghan so carefully built is collapsing under the weight of her own lies. Buckingham Palace is no longer silent. Thick files, sealed for years, are slowly coming into the light. This is not merely a multi-million-dollar divorce, nor just a fracture within a royal family. It is the collapse of an empire built on self-deception. The question is no longer, will they separate? It is, when the truth is finally exposed, how many fragments of honor can still be salvaged? The truth about the children, the truth about an erased past, and the truth about a failed bid for power. It all begins with one man who was pushed out of the frame, Thomas Markle. Before becoming the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan carried out an unprecedented campaign of digital cleansing. College-era photos, former relationships, and even secrets from her time at Northwestern were buried beneath a glossy Hollywood facade. But Thomas Markle, the man holding the key to that Pandora's box, refused to stay silent. Why was Meghan so deeply afraid of her own flesh and blood? Whispers from palace insiders began circulating about a borrowed identity, allegations of a secret marriage dating back to 1999, files concerning an abandoned child known as USNVI. Together, they painted the portrait of a woman willing to sever every root in order to climb the ladder of power. This very denial created a black hole at the heart of the royal family. Harry, in a state of almost willful innocence, chose to believe the carefully crafted image of victimhood that Meghan presented. But make no mistake, truth is like an underground current. It always finds a way to surface. Meghan's ruthless isolation of Harry from the Markle family was not about protecting him. It was about protecting her mask. The moment Thomas Markle released evidence that Meghan had rewritten her own life story, the countdown on a slow-burning bomb began, right in the heart of Windsor. The roots of today's crisis do not lie with the British press. They lie in the original lies of a young woman driven by the ambition to become queen of an empire that was never hers to rule. But the greatest shock, the one that sent quiet tremors through the British monarchy, does not lie in Meghan's past. It lies with the very children who carry royal titles, Archie and Lilibet. Have you ever wondered why the births of these children are shrouded in such unusually thick fog? Look at the rigid rules the royal family has upheld for centuries. Any child within the line of succession must be officially verified by royal physicians at the moment of birth. Yet in Archie's case, the story becomes a maze of contradictions. Why was there no doctor's signature on the official announcement? Why were the first publicly released photographs later dissected by digital experts and flagged as highly sophisticated composites? Rumors of a surrogacy contract have moved far beyond online speculation, and and are now described as a black file sitting on King Charles's desk. Details of Meghan's sudden disappearances, followed by reappearances with noticeably different abdominal shapes within the same week, have been exposed by online investigators. Could it be that, in a desperate effort to secure her position within the palace, a secret plan of borrowing a womb was set in motion? The truth about bloodlines and succession is the final red line, one no member of the royal family is permitted to cross. If Archie and Lilibet were not born of Meghan in the traditional sense, then under UK law, they would have no claim to inheritance whatsoever. Did Harry know this? Or was he merely another piece on the board in a carefully orchestrated game of creating heirs, designed to grant Meghan a lifetime shield of protection? The palace's chilling silence in response to questions surrounding the children's birth certificates may be the clearest answer of all, pointing to a crisis of legitimacy unprecedented in Windsor's 1,000-year history. As secrets about the past and about the children began to leak, the Sussex alliance ceased to be a home and transformed into a brutal financial battlefield. The most trusted sources from Montecito confirm a harsh reality. Meghan Markle placed an unimaginable figure on the negotiating table for her freedom: $500 million, $500 million, a price tag for silence, for sealing the black holes of information she controls, and for preserving the lavish lifestyle of a self-proclaimed Hollywood queen. Meghan was not demanding cash alone. She also sought exclusive ownership of titles and commercial deals tied to the royal name. This was no ordinary divorce. This was extortion at a national scale. But this time, Buckingham Palace was no lamb to be led. King Charles III, acting on firm counsel from Prince William, erected a firewall. The kingdom's legal minds quietly drafted a counter-dossier, a decisive counter-strike capable of stripping away everything Meghan clung to. Tensions peaked as Harry found himself trapped between two crushing forces: a wife issuing increasingly extreme demands, and a family whose patience was wearing thin. Reports suggest Harry secretly contacted London lawyers to plan an exit, but Meghan moved first. She knew that if this empire were to collapse, she had to be the one holding the largest share of the spoils. There was no room left for love in this power game. In the palace's shadowed corridors, insiders reportedly call it the final cleanup operation. A rumored 2026 divorce is said not to mark the end of Harry's rebellion, but rather the necessary cost for the British monarchy to excise a tumor that had metastasized too deeply into its reputation. Every dynasty built on lies must eventually face its own sunset. And for Meghan Markle, the California sun is slowly fading. After relentless pursuits of fame and validation, what remains is a chilling solitude. Look at what is unfolding in Montecito. Hollywood's A-list allies, from Oprah to tech billionaires, are quietly stepping away. No one wants to stand beside a sinking ship, especially one laden with legal troubles and explosive secrets. The Archewell Empire, once hailed as a force meant to change the world, now resembles little more than an empty shell, abandoned in embarrassment by major partners like Spotify and Netflix. And Harry? The prince once cherished by the British public has become the embodiment of a modern tragedy of disorientation. Recent images reveal a weary man with hollow eyes, often seen traveling alone, isolated and adrift. He traded his family, his military identity, and his honor for an American dream that turned out to be nothing more than a sugar-coated nightmare. The story of Harry and Meghan is not merely a long-running media drama. It is a costly lesson in the nature of power, loyalty, and truth. There is an old saying, "The crown may glitter, but it is unbearably heavy." And that weight was never meant for those who treat it as a piece of jewelry to be exploited. The greatest lesson here is simple. Truth has no substitute. You can use the media to distort the past. You can use tears and documentaries to purchase sympathy. But you can never erase the footprints history has already left behind. When you try to build a future by betraying your roots and your family, the foundation will inevitably crack. Meghan Markle believed that Hollywood could replace Buckingham, that fleeting fame could rival a 1,000-year legacy. What she failed to understand is that in the royal world, a person's worth is not measured by Google search trends, but by devotion, duty, and sacrifice. The collapse of the Sussex couple stands as a warning to anyone tempted to trade honor for the illusion of glory. Once trust is lost, no amount of money, whether $500 million or multi-million-dollar contracts, can ever buy back respect. If you don't want to miss the next explosive developments in the looming confrontation between King Charles and Meghan Markle in 2026, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications. Your support is what drives us to continue searching for the truth amid the fog of royal history. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you again in the next special in-depth analysis.